Hi, Paige here, the 1 Foot Flipper. It's Sunday morning. I'm about to head out to the bins with my friend Matt. Now, the title of the video says that I will steal your family, and I will, because Matt is not my nephew. Matt is actually the nephew of famous YouTuber Rad Relics, who makes the exact kind of videos that I make. But he's not going shopping with Rad Relics. He's going out with 1 Foot Flipper. So you better watch out. I'll steal your crew and your family too. So we're going to head out to the bins. Probably do some talking the way there and way back. I'll pop up some sales on the screen. Maybe if we're super lucky, I'll actually film some of the stuff I pull up. But we are meeting up with some other friends later on, Peter and hopefully Meta Bubbles. We're gonna play some Magic the Gathering, probably lose, eat some food, generally have a good time. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I'm here with Matt. Got him here to hopefully get my ladies' viewership up, because obviously I'm not doing it on my own. I mean, Peter and Meta Bubbles, they draw a few in, but this should get the ladies' views through the roof.
So how was your week, man?
Well, my kid was off school for 2 days, so I got less work done than normal, but I'm still where I want to be on that. Never where my wife wants me to be on doing things around the house, though. Well, maybe you could help me for a little bit when we get back. Need to do something about that gate, which is going to consist of just going behind it and kind of standing it back up and then taking a scrap piece of wood and drilling it in there.
I gotcha.
Because we don't go in or out of that.
It's so cool. I finally get to go with you to the bins.
And basically what you're going to do is one of us will start at one end of the hard goods and the others will start at the other, and then just fill your cart with things that you think would sell for $10 or more.
Oh, okay.
Because right now I have a full store and I have a decent amount of stuff stacked up inside the front room, so I'm not looking for anything that sells for less than $10.
Has Peter or the other guys that go with you, have they ever found anything that is like big money?
Yes. Chad I know has multiple times. Peter has not gone with me as many times as Peter's definitely had finds, but for some reason I cannot remember any of Peter's finds right now. It's because you put me on the spot. Chad has gone many more times and he's definitely had some real finds. But Chad also, I think, has more experience in it, though, because he's been on this journey with me a little bit for like 5 years now, and been, watching my videos, and we've been going to garage sales off and on for 5 years. And I do, by off and on, I mean like 2 days a year, not, because I can't go to garage sales on my own. I have to have somebody else for garage sales.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of in and out, and it's usually it's sloped driveways. Artificial lakes hate slopes. And sometimes I can't walk through the areas and I can't carry anything back, so I have to have somebody with me.
Isn't garage sales kind of mostly clothes?
No, you can get anything at garage sales. I mean, I bought 600 D&D miniatures at a garage sale once. One of my first videos on my channel. It's like my 4th or 5th video. I bought hundreds of Dungeons & Dragons miniatures at this garage sale. I usually don't look for clothes. Although I did get a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt at a garage sale that I sold for over $100.
That is pretty cool.
It was a tour shirt. There were no other pictures of it on the internet, so I just took the highest price that any 9 Inch Nails shirt had sold for. In the past 3 months, I priced it at that. It got dropped a little bit. I mean, it took like a year to sell, but I still got well over $100 for it.
Yeah.
And I think I paid a quarter. So, no complaints about that. Other garage sale stuff, like I got a nearly complete set of stickers for restoring, I think it was either an Oldsmobile 442 or the Chevy version of that, Monte Carlo SS. I think it was the Monte Carlo SS, like for an 85 model. And it's a $300 sticker set. Note, I was missing one sticker, so I sold it sticker by sticker. But I paid $1 for this, and it also brought several hundred over a very long time.
I've talked to Brittany about it, and because she's kind of asked like if I would ever work with my Uncle John, Rad Relics, and I was like, yeah, you know, I always kind of find this stuff, this like eBay stuff, kind of cool. It's like treasure hunting.
Yeah, I think it's best like for somebody, if you make it to me or John's age and you don't have a real career, it's a really good choice.
Yeah.
If you're your age and you've begin to get yourself a career started, it's not your best life choice. But if you're not going to be able to come up with a career, then it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's also good for those of my viewers out there, if you've got yourself a bunch of face tattoos, whatever, it might be another good choice there. Or if you manage to get yourself a good criminal record going, it's a way you can salvage things. Oh, I did not have a fresh battery in this thing. Did I bring any? Are there? Yep, I did bring batteries, so that's good. We're not even going to film in the bins, but these chatter things, people like these chatter things.
I was gonna ask you. You had a short of like a guy sniffing cups.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened? Like,
I've seen that kid. I'm calling him a kid. I can't tell. I think he's somewhere between. It's hard to tell because he's young. He's somewhere between like 15 and 20. There's definitely something wrong with him. He isn't right. He's either. I don't even think you're allowed to use the word special needs anymore, but he's somewhere on something.
Yeah.
He's there with his grandmother, which it took me many times seeing him to figure that out, because he just wanders around separately from her. But she watches him just carry stuff into, sniff cups and carry stuff into the bathroom and come out without it. Doesn't say a word about it.
When you said, what do you think's going on in there?
Right.
I lost it.
I went in there after he was in there. I couldn't find the cups. I mean, and he, they weren't stuffed down his pants or anything. They were way too big to be keistered, so I don't know where they went.
You sure? You might be right.
That was a skinny kid.
He just flushes them. After clearing that, the
Did
roots.
I miss my turn, or is it? No, here it comes.
After clearing the roots out of our sewage main yesterday, I could just imagine someone flushing something like that.
Unfortunately, what I imagine the kid's doing is either he's going in there and it's one of those. It has to be one of those things. I mean, there isn't anything else that it would be.
It's the BPAs that he likes. The smell of the plastics.
There's nothing else it could be.
I just snorted.
I mean, he'll smell 30 of them before he finds that special one.
It's the Yetis is his favorite.
Because it's hard, I've only showed him doing a couple, but it's hard to, get footage of something like that without drawing any attention to yourself. And, by the way, if anybody in that kid's family or anything ever saw that video, I will take it down in a moment. But until then, he is anonymous. His name's not in there. I'd have to cut all this out or put all this part to members only. Because now I look like a monster.
No, I mean, I think it's just kind of natural. There's,
Yeah, I know, all teenage boys are creepy.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't know how to hide his creepy from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's some other teenage boy, he might be sniffing his sister's underwear, or, who knows what else he might be doing.
Yeah.
Not that I did not sniff my sister's underwear, by the way. I was just picking something that would sound reasonable, because my teenage creepy, nobody's ever going to find out what it was.
Are we allowed to, mention other YouTubers here?
Yes. I would be sniffing your sister's underwear, Red Relics.
I don't...
It doesn't matter whether it's sister or not.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who you were going to mention?
No, there's another YouTuber named Meat Canyon. He makes kind of demented cartoons, and he has another channel called Papa Meat, where he does like the horrors of different stores.
Okay, yeah, I've seen Papa Meat. I haven't seen Meat Canyon.
He's done one on Goodwill. If you ever get a chance, give it a watch. I think you'll give it a good laugh.
Okay, well, we'll have a link to that down in the comments. Because I'm sure with his 12 million subscribers, he could use the 3 people that are going to click through from here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. See, who you should subscribe to is the Railroad Reseller. He's come a long way. Put a link down to him down in the comments as well. One of my friends, Chris, the Railroad Reseller, he's in my same chat group as your uncle. Somehow I was subscribed to him before I started my channel, and he had less than 50 subscribers at the time. I think I don't know if he made it to 1,000 yet or not. Sorry, Chris, if not keeping as good a track of you as I should, but, and then really who puts in way more effort than I would ever imagine is Jason, the guy who lives on your uncle's property.
Yeah.
Jason Static. Oh boy, does he put it all, he puts in the effort. Like, he is a huge pro channel, and he's obviously, I sure am. There was like once, like 3 times in a row, like I had an Audi mess me up. Like, first an Audi took way too long to go from the red light, and then I missed, didn't get to go from the green light. Then I get here, and the same Audi's in front of me at McDonald's, taking a year to order. Then I'm late, I don't get a cart.
So are the bins like, I heard of the bins, and I know what they are, but I've also, from what I've seen, it's like sometimes it's a battlefield.
It's only a battlefield for the first few seconds when everybody rushes in. I mean, there's traffic jams after that of carts, but this one doesn't bring out new bins like some of the other ones do. It's all pre-populated, and then they close it down at 1 o'clock, get rid of everything, and bring out an entirely new set of merchandise. And yes, my bins is very high volume. They do indeed get rid of everything twice a day. I'm sure the books get pulped. I'm sure the clothing all gets cubed up and sold to the third world countries like clothing does, and then all the hard goods get crushed. I've seen the crushing machine.
It's working overtime.
Yes, there's a crushing machine in the Goodwill bins working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you. The only thing they don't turn over every day is they got this room of furniture, and some of that stuff just been sitting for a while. The room of furniture and bikes. Sometimes that stuff sits there for weeks. So, okay, we did okay. Interesting day at the bin. Saw a few things I'd never seen before. I saw a man just taking everything out of the bin as he was looking and throwing it all onto the ground. Never witnessed that before. Well, see anything else something else that happened. Credit card machine went down, which was a bit of an issue for me because I don't carry around a lot of cash most of the time because I don't really go to garage sales all that often. Didn't seem to affect anybody else all that much, other than the line getting the longest I've ever seen. Luckily, Matt's wife came and saved us and brought cash. And of course, right before she got there, the credit card machine started working again. But she's such a lovely woman that did not upset her one bit. Had it been one of my backup people in my life, I think they would have been a little more upset. Matt found an incredible vintage cooler, like all aluminum, like bare aluminum, made by a gun parts manufacturer in the 1950s. That should be good. I keep telling myself I'm not going to buy any more coolers until I sell some coolers, but I just keep buying them. At least you can store stuff in them. To me, it feels like this should be cooler season because it feels like this is camping season to me, but I know everybody else probably buys their coolers at the beginning of the summertime. I found a piece of industrial and computer equipment, some sort of 3-pedal switch, has a phone cord on the end of it, and that has 0 listed but 1 sold at, I believe it was $90, so that will pay for the entire trip today, assuming that there is somebody else out in the world who wants that item. But that one that sold didn't sell to the only person in the world who needed one.
It was a good haul. I found a cute teacup.
Oh yeah, we're always looking for quick trip cups. vintage, the real big ones, since they don't sell them anymore. And the people who want them, they want them. A lot of times people want to replace the exact same, their worn out or broken one with the exact same one. Actually, I found 2 of them. One was the 64-ounce Mountain Dew one, but it had no lid. And I've done that in the past where I've bought it hoping for a lid to show up later, but the lids never showed up. So we tossed it back. Then when we did find another big one later, the Mountain Dew one was gone. Probably wouldn't have fit anyway. The other one we found was a 52, not a 64. And sometimes the lids won't fit even if they're the exact same size cup, because they're not always the same manufacturer. The best ones are Stanley Aladdin, but they're not always made in the USA, of course, but they're not always going to be Stanley Aladdin. Is Stanley Aladdin still made in the USA? Post it in the comments if you know. Found a Voldemort costume, also made in the USA, that has a shelf life of about 2 days that I need to sell it in. So if you want that, it's still in my store. Buy it right now so I can get it out before Halloween. I don't even know what date it is. It could be the 18th or the 27th. I have no idea where we are in the month, to tell you the truth.
The 19th.
19th, okay. So yes, there is enough time for that Voldemort costume to barely get there. Of course, knowing my luck, it won't. Knowing my luck, I'll sell it tomorrow, and it will sit in the post office unscanned for 5 days, then start heading the wrong way across the country, and finally get delivered on November 1st. And then they're going to find a problem with it and want to return it. Okay, so we had a pretty good haul. I did a classic bins blunder, though. I had 3 glass items, rather heavy-ish, in my cart, and completely forgot to put them on the counter separate, so I paid glass rate for a almost 3-pound rock that I was only getting for crafting. This thing right here, which I had separated from the box. I was going to buy the box at normal rate and this at glass rate. And there's a set of manger people that but forgot to take them out of the cart. Then we headed out, got some lunch, met some other friends, had a good time. So thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. Hope to see you again soon.